That is not
Okay, hold on. Miss
McBirth.
McBirth.
Yes, it is. It is true because why is your neighbors complaining about the second
There was
household?
no sex going on.
How
No,
you know
read
you
the police
drunk?
report.
Okay,
If you
let's
want
get some
to
order.
read the police.
Mr. Hughes is stuck between two crazy moms in court today. One is his mother, and the other is his ex's. Ms. McBirth, his mother, is sick and tired of her son having so many babies. That's why she's denying her potential grandchild and demands a paternity test.
Father.
This woman is trouble. She is trouble with a capital T. She, as a matter of fact, I call her the 3 T's. Trash, trouble, and trifling. That's what she is. The little boy looks nothing like my son or any member of my family at all. Can I show it? Can I?
Absolutely, ma'am.
Oh, look at her go. She really brought a picture of father and baby to court, saying that they look nothing alike. Back to the ex-girlfriend, she insists that Ms. McBirth is in denial and is projecting her feelings on the baby's paternity.
So why do you think she's in so much doubt over your child?
I have no idea, to be honest. Like, maybe because he is so white.
Because he all the white. He ain't got no black in here. Everything I see got powder puff on it. I don't see no chocolate nowhere, okay?
That was a very racist thing to say, Ms. McBirth. Does this woman realize that genes work in the funniest ways? What a thing to say in the courtroom. Sure, she may be tired of her son having children willy-nilly, but that does not give her the right to be mean to her son's baby mama.
Okay, so a little over a year. Were you in a committed relationship?
I thought we was.
You did, okay. And was he the only person you were intimate with during that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Now she knows she lying.
Can I
She
say
lying.
something?
She lying.
Yes, ma'am.
This DNA right here has been in our life. She's never was a girlfriend. You are a vampire. You are just a...
Whoa, it seems like we have 3 crazy women in court today. Now, where did all of this even come from? Who is this woman? And why is she all up in Ms. Jackson's business? If she says she believes was in a committed relationship with Mr. Hughes, then let the poor woman be.
Thank you. A side chick.
And it's all she has done is she's been trying to put the baby on us.
Force it. Yeah, you have. Don't sit up and
She
act like you
forced
haven't.
it, but the thing about
She
her
trying to
is-
push that baby on. That ain't mine.
Here's the-
I didn't sleep with her. That child is not ours.
When you say she's trying to push the baby on you, what do you mean?
Now, Ms. Terrell and Ms. McBirth both claim that Ms. Jackson simply wants to throw the baby to their family. They believe that the baby sure as hell isn't theirs. Now, wait a minute. Isn't it suspicious that the supposed father of the baby has not said a word since we started this case? What a family of assertive women.
Tell me about the first time you met Elijah.
I seen him at the doctor's office where I was taking his real children to the doctor, and it was a newborn, and I walked past him, and I kind of glanced over there, and I seen this little white baby. I knew it wasn't mine, and I ain't had nothing else to say or do about it since then. She need to get that out of her head. That child is not mine.
Whoa, hold up. Look how this woman is ready to go head-to-head with Judge Lake. So many things are wrong with everything Ms. McBirth just said. First, his real children. She was taking her son's real children to the hospital. How many kids exactly does this man have? From how many women too? And what, is he mute?
I'm sick of all these little hookers trying to say my son is the daddy. I'm sick of it.
You
I
can
get
see-
babies dropped off here, dropped off there. I'm sick
I'm not
of
dropping
it.
it.
But
And
Miss-
it stops
what she
today.
does- what
Because
she
that
does-
baby is not my son.
Here's the thing that she
It
does.
is.
Here's
I'm
the
sorry.
That's a lie.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's
it's
a lie.
not.
That's a lie.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild sex.
There was a sex party? The police came? What about the baby? Where was the baby while all of this was going down? Also, can someone please tell Ms. McBirth that the baby she'll be picking up would definitely not stop today, considering that her mute son already has about 1 million kids already?
Some order. Miss McBirth, I have to ask you, you're very tough on Miss Jack. Do you have anything to say about your son's behavior?
My son, he's a handsome guy. He's my son. And I know what he do. But he still, no matter what he do, he's still gonna be my son.
So hold on one second. Just take a look at the monitor. When you look at this picture,
Of course we cannot expect Judge Lake to sit still and take all of that from crazy moms. She's sitting up and asking the right questions. Her son has been in the court since the start of the case, and he has not said a word. We have no idea whether he accepts the child or not. Now she's saying the sight of her son being loving to his baby makes her want to throw up.
do you believe you are Elijah's father?
I just gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm biracial. My father's white, you know.
That child is not my son's.
Oh my goodness, she married a white man? After all of that, she still has the guts to be so racist about her potential grandchild. Considering that his past is biracial, that provides more reason for the baby to look white. What an unreasonable woman Ms. McBirth is proving to be. After all of this endless bickering, we get to hear the results.
Are Elijah's.
You a lying trick. What did you do? What did you do?
Hey, calm
She
down.
probably
can't get rid of Satan.
You
Save our lives.
trash. I'm through. I know that's a damn lie. I know that's a damn lie. I'm sick of that.
Mr. Johnson says that Ms. Owen tricked him into signing his son's birth certificate. Currently, he does not believe baby Dacari is his, but he earnestly wishes that he is. Ms. Owens always believed that it was his baby. However, she sees a semblance between a 4-year-old baby Dacari and her ex, Mr. Tyson, now passed.
You two were in a relationship, am I correct?
Yes.
Got pregnant? He was at the hospital. Mr. Johnson was at the hospital.
you.
for
And
the
I
birth.
paid for him to come to the hospital. I bought his
sorry?
ticket. I paid for him to come back.
Where's all this coming
and
from, though,
I paid
man?
for him to go to Chicago
What?
to
So
live
wait,
with his
wait,
dad. And that was
wait, wait,
$108.
Hold on.
She went on to sleep with another man, although she was in a relationship. Then she goes on to say that she was in love with Mr. Johnson, and that explains why she did not realize that there could possibly be another father. Apparently, all her focus was on Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
You signed the birth certificate?
Yes, I did.
He ain't do nothing else. That's all he did.
And you were living
I
with?
was living there with
Living
her.
with,
When I went,
also,
once I came there with her, you know, I was paying for everything. I was paying to go back and forth to the doctor
He
visits.
did not pay. He
All
only
that.
went. He ain't never been to one of my doctor visits with me, never in life. In the day when I was.
Oh, now she says she's a woman and would not be referred to by anything else? Let's all play the petty card then. Ms. Owens called Mr. Johnson Little One numerous times in court today. He flipped the coin and called her a girl one time, and she is not having any of it. More so, who do we believe if these two are saying different things? Did Mr. Johnson provide for the baby or not?
To learn from you how you found out the unfortunate news that Mr. Tyson had passed away.
Was calling a friend in job for her, see how she was doing, and that's when she had told me that she see him on the news and he just got killed.
And at the time she told you, you still had in your mind this.
So from the very beginning, she really did believe Mr. Johnson was the father. No wonder he feels so betrayed now. How do you tell someone he's the father of your baby for 4 years? Then out of the blue, you switch things up on the resemblance card.
Honor.
Or did you say to yourself, oh my goodness, this could be my child's father that passed
Well,
away?
shut up and
Go
quit
ahead,
talking.
man,
You
go
can hear
ahead. Go
something
ahead. I
with
just
them
wanna hear
little
your
bitty
answer.
ears.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, like I said, it was never in my mind that he was my baby daddy. This little fella was in my mind, okay?
How could that
And-
not be in your mind?
These two having a serious conversation is almost like a joke. Even Judge Lake has a problem with getting a word in. Now, Mr. Johnson is extremely bothered by the fact that Ms. Owens did have intercourse with another man, but is making it seem like she forgot about that or something.
All of this, little one, have a seat. You're not making anybody look bad except
First of all,
yourself.
you up here talking
no,
to me?
I'm addressing him next.
Oh, well, you should
So
have
the
did him first.
point is, no. Let's get this straight.
You, go. Judge. Judge Lake is back with her school bus, this time taking both the mother and potential father to school and right back to paternity court. In the middle of all this, Ms. Owens keeps trying to be dramatic. This time, maybe you should sit down instead, Ms. Owens.
I don't want him up here acting like you or you. I don't want him acting like either one of you. You are a terrible example to your child of what a respectful human being acts like. Clowning in here. And a child sitting up here and don't know if his father's here or in a grave. You clowning, and I will not have it. Keep your mouth shut.
Now, we're talking. All of that bickering to Judge Lake, it looked like we were never going to leave court today. For such a long time, they're completely losing sight of what's most important right now, and that's finding Dacari's paternity.
My son was killed in May of 2009 on the Detroit East Side. I heard from Alexis shortly after that my son might be the father of her son. I would like for him to be my grandson because it'll be a part of my son. I have something.
It's impossible to imagine how Mrs. Williams is feeling right now, to genuinely want Dacari to be her grandchild, because it would mean that a piece of her son remains with her shows how much her son meant to her. Bless his soul.
You are not his father.
There it is. There it is. Right there. I already knew it from the beginning, though, man. All thing she had to do was come out and tell me, you know?
I have the next set of results here.
Oh my goodness. The pain Mr. Johnson must be trying to hide right now is insane. To think that Dacari has Mr. Johnson's last name too. Imagine having a child for 4 years and then having that ripped away from you. Let's find out if there is a third paternity option nobody knows about.
Of related is 99.99. Ms. Williams, you got your wish?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
And Ms. Owens, you're emotional. How do you feel?
You really want to know?
Absolutely.
He has 3 kids with his wife and says that getting married to her was a mistake. Mr. Wallace is back in paternity court and he's back here with chaos. This man is the epitome of irresponsibility, and the women just can't get enough of him. Right now, there are 2 crazy moms in court with Mr. Wallace.
But you're not single.
I am.
You're not single. You are married to her.
That was an accident. That was
No.
So now it was an accident.
Okay.
So now it was an accident.
And so,
Right.
And so I hope you are not suggesting that your relationship with
So he has 2 women with children for him, and if he claims to hate the mothers, why exactly did he go to them to have not one, but numerous babies? What a guy. It's crazy that he believes he's single each time he walks up to a woman. How about the woman you consented to marry, Mr. Wallace? How about that?
Correction, he's lying because he was texting me a couple of weeks ago telling me how he still loved me. So you honestly still love me, the relationship just over with.
you married to him.
Yes, but we're trying to get divorced. I want nothing
Well,
to do with
I'll
right
give you
now.
all this news.
Wait a second. Hold up a minute. He's texting his wife that he apparently hates so much about how he loves her? Where did all that love go while he was sleeping around with Ms. Austin and living in her house? Again, what a guy.
Okay, step on up here. I want to hear from you. Now, you say you are the soon-to-be Mrs. Wallace, even though that's technically still his wife. What are you thinking that you're engaged to a man that's still married? That don't make no sense.
Oh, now that right there is a big mistake. Ms. Austin admitting to falling for what he says even after everything she's hearing in court? It's wild how everyone is so stuck up on this man. What exactly is he offering aside from his unfortunate sown oats?
I thought he pulled himself together to be in a relationship with me. That's what I thought.
You did? Why did you think that?
He stopped doing everything. He stopped cheating. He even gave me his phone.
But did you know that Miss Reed said he just texted her a couple weeks ago and said he wanted to be with her and
That's
Miss
news to me. I
Roberts?
didn't know that he texted.
Of course there's another woman involved in all of this. God only knows the amount of damage Kendra Lynn has done to have been sent out of the courtroom. What a delusional woman Ms. Austin is turning out to be. She really chooses to believe that Mr. Wallace would stop everything he already does and get himself together for her.
Mr. Wallace, you were administered a lie detector test. In advance of taking the lie detector test, you admitted to having sex with 4 other women that were not involved in this case.
Well, isn't that just precious? He's had sex with 4 other women that are not involved in this case over the past 3 months. That makes a total of 7 different women he's had sex with over the past 3 months. One would think we were on post-apocalyptic Earth with Mr. Wallace as the last man standing required to repopulate the planet.
I'll tell you what you are.
A liar.
Thank you.
A cheater.
You
A
liars too.
heartbreaker. No, don't say I
Cheated
am
on
nothing.
you because you cheat on me.
No, you didn't.
If I could go back to
the
hands of
lie?
time, I would have did more things when I was
Is that the lies you said?
So what you're saying is, if you could go back in time, you would cheat on your wife
yes,
more.
I would do it again.
Because you feel
Because
like
she is
Now, the courtroom is getting spicy. Looks like Mr. Wallace serves well as our crazy mom today. Jerome had to step in to prevent him from beating up everybody in the courtroom and calm him down. After everyone hears that you cheated on your wife with 6 different women, nobody is going to support you no matter what you call her, Mr. Wallace.
Listen to me. You don't flip people off. You don't use profanity in my courtroom. You understand me?
No.
You want to go out of here?
Yeah.
Mr. Wallace, get out the court. Get out the court.
And don't
You know
touch
what?
Hey,
You
what are you going to do
sorrier
about
than
it?
I thought you
Let's
were.
go.
Get
We're going
out
out
the
of the courtroom.
courtroom, Mr.
Won't be done.
Wallace.
You don't won't be
Mr.
done.
Wallace,
Go out
leave
there.
the...
Now, what a dramatic day this is proving to be. It would seem that Mr. Wallace keeps projecting his frustrations on Jerome. Isn't that shocking? Jerome is stepping up simply because Mr. Wallace cannot keep profanities out of his mouth.
Apologize to you in the court, and the bailiff, to Miss Reed and Miss Austin.
Well, I believe we have all experienced a bunch of emotions from Mr. Wallace's case today. It's been an entire roller coaster. Who would have thought that it would end with an apology alongside him admitting that he needed help? What a case. Now, on to the results.
Mr. Wallace, you are the father.
I gotta go.
Mr. Wallace, how you feel?
Glad that he's my son, and I apologize for all the pain and suffering that I caused all 3 of these women for like the past 2 years. It's been going on every day.
He keeps denying the baby only when the mother says that they can't be together. What a man. Ms. Marsh and Mr. Reed have been in an off-and-on relationship for the past 8 years. Now she's moved on, but Mr. Reed is not having any of it. He claims that she wants to trap him with the baby.
In your mind, was this a relationship or were you...
She knew I was dating other women.
I never knew he was dating other women. On Torrance's birthday, he he asked me to go on a trip with him to a resort with his family. 2 women pop up at the hotel room, and he said, "This is my wife."
Your Honor,
and I said, "It's over."
Your Honor, on the way to the
What?
Your Honor, on the way.
Hold on now.
I told her I was taking her to meet my wife.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's just so much going on. He threw a birthday party for her daughter that she had before she met him after he claimed that nothing was happening between them, and he took her on a vacation alongside his already existing family, where she met 2 women that he already married. Now that justifies this crazy mom. Whew.
Pregnant? I didn't see her because he came out to be a very nice, strong person.
And Miss Marsh, your tears right now, what are you feeling? You just feel...
Because, like, I've been knowing him since I was 18, and this really hurt. This hurt. And then he would go travel state to state to have different babies. And
oh my goodness, she was 18. Now it makes a lot of sense that she would fall for all of his bamboozlement. Why be in your 30s and go after an 18-year-old, Mr. Reed? To think that his mom was involved and she kept on doing the most unsupportive things.
so we went to the store, got a whole bunch of pregnancy tests. Then we went to the pregnancy center, we got an ultrasound. And then later on, he had left to go console a girl in California that was having a miscarriage.
You knew this?
I stay in California, I stay in Chicago.
If you do so much as drop a hint to a man, most especially a father of many nations such as Mr. Reed, that the baby is not his, he will drop you like it's hot and find his way to the other side of the earth.
You're angry with him. Do you tell him this is not his baby?
Because he's always trying to do something.
But that's yes.
But
that is yes.
And it only happened once that I told him
3
that.
times.
It never happened 3 times.
Women just don't seem to understand. That's a bell you can't unring. If you looked at him and said, this is not your child, in an argument.
Oops. Ms. Marsh just confessed to another man being in the picture. They had intercourse on a day so close to the time she spent with Mr. Reed. It's not like he is any better too, Mr. Companions in 4 states. Who's to say how many companions he has per state too? Hats off to him for the diversity.
So, Tamari is 1 year old.
Yes.
How much of a relationship have you had with her, Mr. Reed?
Well, I stayed with Miss Marsh for the last, 7 months?
So now you back staying with her?
No, I left.
Well, well, well. Turns out he has been staying with Ms. Marsh for 7 months prior. Looks like he was present for most of Tamari's life since she's just about 1 year old. Now, with Ms. Marsh and her mother's argument saying that he has never supported her apart from the time he threw a birthday party, who do we really trust to tell the truth?
If for some reason he is not Tamari's biological father.
It would hurt, but I know that's his daughter. Like, my baby looked she's light-skinned, but she looked just like him.
And you believe?
If baby Tamari ends up not being his, that would be such a shock to everybody. Considering that the baby girl is so attached to Mr. Reed right now, it would be really hurtful to see. Where does Mrs. Marsh go from here? Does the other man even want to be a father? Has he been present in baby Tamari's life?
Mr. Reed, you are not the father.
Now I feel like the goofy. I done went through all this, and
That's why
all
you
the
got put in
time, all the time, I'm believing she knew this. I done
believe
flew
so.
all the way down here
Listen.
to look like a goofy.
Oh my goodness, Judge Lake is on a roll. Turns out the baby is not his, but that gives him no right to drag Ms. Marsh through the mud like that. He dragged her through the mud for literally half her life, with all the lies and whatnot. Now this man is saying he feels like a clown? Oh, please.
Say something. It doesn't feel good when the shoe is on the other foot. So obviously, Ms. Marsh, there is someone else.
I know who the father is.
Is it the person that
Yes,
you
it's
talked
the
about?
person.
Does he want to be a part of Tamari's life?
Well, he has 10 kids, so.
He has how many?
He has 10 other kids.